Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just finished my Sunday. Actually was the last day of my last 5 milligram shot. So today, which is Monday, I start my 7.5. Well, I didn't do great this month. As far as weight loss goes, I lost from the 15th of April, which was my last video that I did and shared with you guys. I have lost 8 ounces from the 15th to today. So the plateau is real. It is a real challenge. And for those of you who don't know the background of my story, I started my Zepbound weight loss journey on February 24th of this year. I started out at 270.2 pounds. I now weigh 241 pounds even. So that gives me a total of about 29.2 pounds. I like to round it up to 30 just to make myself feel better. So, they say that it's really common for a weight loss plateau, especially when taking GLP-1 medications. And I'm here. I am in the thick of it right now. They say, though, that it is completely normal. But I got to tell you, there's an internal battle going on. There's reason and rationale versus emotions. And I find that that's my biggest challenge, my own head, trying to reason through it and tell myself just to settle down. I'm always ready to jump off the deep end. So that's kind of what I deal with a lot. I think that I've dealt with that my whole life, really. Especially when it comes to the weight stuff. It's like you want like this instant gratification. And you know what? Zepbound did give me that initially. And it was like a high. But then when it stopped giving me that high, then I was like, so quick to throw in the towel, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to remain steadfast if it kills me. So, some of the things that I read about plateaus while on GLP-1 meds is to change your diet, your dietary habits. But what's frustrating to me about that is that I don't eat any processed food. I don't eat any sugars. I don't eat any white flour, no pasta, no rice, no potatoes. I've already cut out all of that stuff. I don't drink any alcohol. I don't drink any additional calories. I feel like I've worked overtime to try to drill down and keep my diet where I think it should be for maximum weight loss. It's frustrating that with this plateau, it's saying, well, maybe you'd have to, make some dietary changes. Well, I'm not sure about that. And I also read some stuff about how your body gets used to the calories that you're intaking. Therefore, it kind of slows the metabolism down. We've talked about this before in some of my other videos. But that's frustrating because I'm already eating extremely low calories and sticking to complete clean eating. I don't go out to any sort of restaurants or fast foods to get anything. I cook all of my meals. Most of my meals are all fresh fruits and vegetables and fish or shrimp. So that's frustrating. But I also read about something called dietary and exercise adaptation. And basically it's saying, like I said, like just a few seconds ago, your body becomes acclimated to the calorie intake and also the exercise routine. So they encourage you to change your dietary habits And also change your exercise routine. Just do something different. Maybe add strength training to your exercise regimen. Or instead of walking that flat street, maybe walk the street that has a bit more of an incline to give your, heart a little more of a challenge. Maybe do some aerobics or something like that. That's what I read. So I am determined to try those things because this is really frustrating. I'm getting really frustrated with this, but that's just a part of the process, being frustrated and, disheartened, but such is life. And I have to keep reminding myself that you didn't get here overnight. You didn't get here overnight. It took you years to get to this weight. So it's going to take time to reduce it. Just be happy with what you have so far. So I'm trying to do that. But like I said, that's always been a challenge for me as far as these mental gymnastics that I put myself through. Giving myself all these kinds of excuses as to why I should not continue. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, it's too restricting. And all of these things when really I put all of these restrictions on myself voluntarily. So it's just, it's the whole emotional battle that I have going on all the time. They did say in that article that I read to focus on fiber-rich foods. So I'm going to add a little more fiber-rich intake and see how that works out. You guys know that I love lentils, so maybe I should add a little more of that throughout my diet for the day, and some like leafy greens. That would probably be really helpful. It'll probably work actually, and it's something that I haven't explored during this weight loss journey with the leafy green vegetables. And I love a pot of turnip greens, so I should do that, but just make them healthy, because usually when making turnip greens, you're putting, the bacon in there and fat back and all that other stuff. So I'm going to make them healthy though. Maybe, maybe I might even break down and put some turkey in there. I don't know, but I'll share it with you guys either way. But it's so frustrating, guys. It's so frustrating. You feel like you're doing everything that you can properly as far as diet and exercise and getting enough sleep and everything. But, I guess there are some medical stuff that I just don't understand. That's why I try to read up on it, just so I can understand what my body's going through and what I can help it with as far as my actions. With the whole food preparation, I don't even eat, I don't deep fry anything. I don't eat anything that's deep fried. What I do though, I do fry some things for browning purposes. For example, my cabbage patties or my zucchini patties or my lentil patties, like everything's patties. And I just use a little bit of olive oil for, crisping and browning. So, I don't know. It's just getting to a point where I'm like, okay, so what more can I do as far as dieting goes? And I talked to you guys last week about calorie management and how you can kind of fluctuate your calorie intake so your body doesn't think it's starving and it's not going to get anything else. I haven't tried that, but I'm going to start this week with my new 7.5 dosage. So I'm going to try to switch up a lot of things. I'm going to add some things to my diet. Maybe that will give my body some kind of a little kickstart, because it's actually okay, I don't recognize this and let's get to work. I don't know. We'll see. And as you guys know, I have a problem, or maybe if you don't know, but I have a problem managing expectations. It's been one of those things that has plagued me for a long time. I have all these high expectations about things. And then when those expectations are not met, then it's a problem. So I kind of feel like that's where I am, but this is like this is my life journey. These are things that I've gone through my whole life. So they're just exacerbated with this weight loss journey because my life and my habits have changed so drastically. So I am working through that and managing that. And I got to tell you guys, talking to the YouTube Zepbound and GLP-1 weight loss community has been great. You guys have been so helpful and so supportive and so motivating, and I truly appreciate the relationships that I've built while taking Zepbound. And even though it's only been almost 2 months now, I love talking to some of you guys, and it makes me feel really good. And it makes me feel like I have a friend. I have a group of friends that I've never met, that we all understand each other. So that's been really helpful. It's been really helpful. What are you guys doing for your plateaus? Do you have them? And if you've gotten over a plateau, let us know. You know, put something down in the comments and let me know what you did. Not only food-wise, but let me know what you did for your mental state. How long did it take you? How long did it take you to get through the plateau? Did you go up in your dosage, or did you continue on your current dosage and just changed your dietary and exercise habits? You guys let me know how this is going for you guys, and thanks so much for tuning into my channel once again, and I will see you guys next week with an update on the 7.5 increase. Talk to you guys later. Bye.